Well, this reading is going to be on none other than my fellow Gemini rapper, Kendrick Lamar. And, well, yesterday he dropped the music video for Not Like Us on July the 4th, which is Colin Drake, colonizer, a white bitch, so many levels. And, well, it's something. I mean, the music video was nice. He was basically like shutting him up on so many levels and in so many ways. He also basically kind of just said a huge fuck you to the rumors and everything that he was saying, debunking it without actually like saying much about it. From of course the absurd rumors about his son not being his, which is just a huge fucking lie, because that little boy is a split image of him, like from the ears to the eyes to the whole face and everything. And everything else, even like the relationship, but the relationship has been dead. But you ain't heard that from me because, well, I've done a reading on this, was I simply did not post it. But basically, the gist of it was she actually did fuck that man. The Dave is, I think, man, or whoever he accused her of fucking, she did. Even, she did. Because that nigga is already, like, has always been cheating on her, whatever. So, as a lick back, she did that. It was something that was, unexpected and everything, but she did. But she wasn't stupid enough to, not be fully unprotected like that, even though they fucked raw or whatever. Allegedly, of course. But she did. But that child is Kendrick's. Okay, she's not that dumb. She's not that stupid. And that was a tower moment for him once he kind of just realized that and knew that, and knew that the word got out. But I guess with his position and everything in hip hop and whatnot, people are not gonna believe that because he's been super private about shit in his life, but he's also been very vocal about everything that he's been doing and dealing with from, I guess, his cheating allegations or whatever the fuck he was saying or rapping about, because I don't be too in tune with him and with whatever he be saying. So yeah, but I do know that he's been vocal about all that shit. But I do know that he's also feeling, big stories and feeling himself and everything with the drop of the music video and shit. But let's jump into his energy and just see how he's doing and everything else. Yeah, he feels like he's the one who's holding the power now. He's the one with the upper hand, who's having the upper hand. Like shit is just looking brighter up there for him, like he's the one winning. But he's also dealing with some toxic odds against him too, as in like he's dealing with a lot too. He's letting his darker side kind of like come through and come forward with all the shit that he's doing and with all those mind games and all those practices and everything that he's been dabbling into. But he's definitely also working towards releasing an album or releasing more tracks that is going to make him even more money. He's thinking long term, bigger terms, and he is going to talk his shit because he's been hurt. He's been feeling like he was backstabbed. There's a lot of shit that has happened in the past that he's kind of just going to keep coming forward to him, or this is going to just keep happening, or kind of just popping up until he kind of just addresses it. But we know that he's not going to just address it head on, but he's going to drop several hints with within his music, within his raps, and he's only going to talk about some sorts of heartbreak, some sorts of betrayal, and the shit that he had to endure privately and behind closed doors. But as in right now and as of right now, he's thinking of things that are going to expand his horizon, that is going to make him more money, that is going to make him do and make all those money moves, make him feel like he's the king of the world. Because as of right now, or as of right now, he is definitely feeling himself and he's definitely feeling all that shit and his confidence in everything that he's doing. Even a little cocky with this. He's definitely trying to just avoid actually addressing the shit that he's hurting over, because it has to do with his family, because I'm hearing family feud. Even if he's had, I don't know, maybe it's because instead of people are going to kind of see that and see right through that. Once I saw that scene of him dancing with what's her name, Whitney, and everything, her dancing and I know what they're calling it, keep walking, dancing, whatever the fuck that she was doing. The whole thing was cringe to me, and the whole energy just feels off and feels off. And well, we know why, because of the brokenness within their family, and because of that, like disharmony, disagreements, like disaccord, as in, like, even if they're saying that, we're standing strong, we're together, what the fuck are you talking about? Because it's sad to say, but they're not going to dissect all that shit. They're just going to dissect the bars, the meaning, but they're not going to see like the actual bigger picture, and they're not going to realize what is actually truly going on there. So what they're focusing on is he is literally right there with his family. That is a huge slap to Drake's face and everything, but they're not seeing what is going on in there. They're not seeing the actual brokenness, the insecurities, the heart to break, the like the pulling back, the distance, that type of awkward tension that is there. And it is because of that breakup, that separation, living in different houses, the insecurities. Like, he's being there, he's being present for his kids, but at the same time he's pouring his emotions into, let's see, into what, oh, into this beef. Of course, obviously he's pouring because, like, daddy gotta make the money is what I'm hearing, like, woo child. He gotta make the money, he gotta make those moves and everything, because to him, being a provider and providing everything is his way of just also putting in the work, putting in the effort. I'm not gonna let them just sink into something, or like deal with something, deal with poverty, or like deal with something that I was dealing with, or something that I was encountering. I'm going to give them like the best of everything and the best life. He's a good father, he's caring and everything, but there is that tension at that distance within his own family and within his own personal private life too. Like right now he's gaining more popularity, he's gaining more moment. Oh my god, wait, he's gaining more momentum. Sorry, I'm so sorry. My brain just lags sometimes when doing readings. He's gaining more of that. He's gaining, more traction. People are just tuning into him. Some people are even saying that, like, damn, since when did he get to be so attractive? It's a lot of shit that he's diving into that is also giving him that glow. Okay. Sometimes people just glow differently while they're hating. It's just so true sometimes. But he's also working towards just gaining more status, gaining more freedom of speech, just saying this and doing this and doing that, and just letting people know and letting motherfuckers know that he is getting that, and that he is one of the chosen ones, is what I'm hearing him saying, that he's one of the best, and he's doing everything in his willpower to just say, well, of course, in his willpower, but also not trying too hard, because he's already at the top, and he's already feeling like he is, on top of his game, on top of this food chain. So he's enjoying every bit of it, but at what cost? At the cost of his, personal life being in shambles, lots of insecurities, feeling like, I don't have to just, I have to do this and do this and do that in order to secure the money, but I also don't have to work too hard because I already got it. But like, he's at odds with himself, mentally going back and forth between his choices and his decisions. But as I was saying, he's pouring his all, and he's putting a lot of his energy into the beef, into this challenge, because he has to defend his name. He has to just show people that even though he is younger, he is still having his all, or even though, he's not been in the game for way too long, he still knows what he's doing, and he's still the best at what he does. And people are now seeing that, and he's like, oh, now you're just realizing that, and now you are just waking up to that fact. But he knows that this isn't over yet, because he is not going to let that shit slide. He is still going to just speak his mind and talk his shit. He is still mulling over some of his decisions. He is still trying to, like, reconsider some of the shit that he's doing. Exactly, make decisions and weigh down the good and bad of this, whether to dead the situation, or whether to just keep, making this tension rise and making everything else just that is taking place just escalates even higher. He is ready for whatever that is going to come his way. He is ready. He is armed and ready. He knows what he is getting into, and he is confident in himself and in his craft, which is something that, some of those artists sometimes be lacking, which is why they don't last very long. And yeah, his creativity is just non and okay, wait. His creativity is just never ending. He is going to keep doing him. He's keeping his shine up. He's stepping his cookies up. He's doing everything that he needs to do. But at the same time, he is needing that type of energy to that he's wanting to put up his boundaries. He's wanting to just kind of like pull back and recharge and just put up all those boundaries because like I let y'all get too close. Now y'all too close. Maybe some of these secrets are going to get spilled, or maybe something's gonna get out because he's trying his hardest not to let that type of tighter grip and tighter hold that he has over something go. Because once it is going to kind of slip out, it is going to cause something. It is dealing or it is having to deal with his relationship, a breakup, something about like a separation and just different homes, different places, broken communication and whatnot. There might be some actual proof that might be coming out or like that might want to come out, and he's trying his hardest not to do this because like I have been having the upper hand for so long and for so far so good and everything, so he doesn't want to have the displeasure of having to deal with that shit because maybe it'll come out. Yeah, maybe it'll come out and then he just has to prove otherwise, or then he's just going to be super dissatisfied about it because like what the fuck, I was having a good run, I was letting people just see that illusion of what I wanted them to see. I wanted them to see that. I didn't want them to see through that shit. Ooh, yeah. Well, she's not too happy in the relationship or with whatever status that they're having over that shit either. Lots of insecurities, lots of, displeasure, disagreements and everything. And of course, cheating. Of course, missed opportunities. Of course, regrets, mental clarity. Because if that shit wants to come out, then some other truths are going to come out. But three is a crowd, fake people, definitely other people who be running their mouths around him too. He's going to have to fall out with some people around him, with some fake friends. He's going to miss out on a deal or just a missed opportunity. He's going to feel like he had something good and that just slipped out of his hands, right out of his hands too. Insecurities, anxiety, worry, conflicts, resentment, disagreements. He's going to endure a bad cycle that might feel like it is out of his control, and that might make him feel like he's going to miss out on some shit. But he's going to collaborate with other people. He's going to push him to do something better. When it comes to his creativity, it's going to make him kind of just go into other endeavors with a brighter outlook, or just like with a brighter, fiery, well, not so brighter, I would say like a fiery type of energy that is going to make him be like, okay, fuck it, let's just do this shit. It is going to throw him off balance though, because like I've been doing so good and now I am going to have to deal with this shit because you just gotta deal with those ups and downs all together. You can't just be up for too long because then you're gonna just come down crashing sometimes. And it is going to include, his personal life and some of his money and a deal too. So we just gotta have to sit idly by and wait and see what is going to happen. Something about him being toxic or something that has to deal with, some of his addictive behaviors, if he has any, because that could be the truth. Or it is either like a toxic behavior or something that he's been doing. Yeah, cheating. Something that has to do with money too, or cheating, just being a playboy or like a fuckboy on the low. And we're gonna be like, well, we thought that he left that shit over. Well, we thought that he left that shit behind him and everything, but look at that now. We've been mistaken. But we only can see what they want us to see. And the more people realize that, the better, because the sooner they will actually realize it, the better, because we can just keep expecting to know everything about every celebrity just because, some of them talk to us, some of them just lay it all out in their songs. They're literally going to always lay whatever they feel is comfortable enough for them to just create that close bond with their fans and for them to connect with them, but they're never going to tell you everything fully out there. Like, he's never going to tell you about like all the shit that he's doing behind closed doors and all that shit that he's saying. Like, he can annotate that, but he's never going to actually like fully be saying that, oh, it is to tell a story, it is to do this and this and that, and he's just gonna be all poetic about it. But read between the lines, champ. But yeah. We're just gonna have to wait and see because some shit might go down and he's not gonna be liking the results of dance. But oh well, we're gonna see how will that go and how will that happen. The rest of 2024 is gonna be interesting. Also, the beginning of next year, as well as 2026. But other than that, this is the Kendrick Lamar tarot reading that I promised to post after the Drake one, and yeah, we can watch the other one as in like a continuation to this and then keep up with this one. But other than that, thank you so much for tuning in, and may we meet in another reading soon enough, and bye bye.